90.3 Voice of the People of My name is Precious Enyi. I am your host for the show. Without much ado, let's get straight to business. So we hear that Nigerian government have received $52 million Diazani loot from US. The other loot we used to receive used to come from, some people would say, is the grave, yeah. But now we have, coming from the living. Now, Nigerian government to fund rural electrification with that rural electrification project with that money. That's what we hear. All right. Moving on, tax reform bills. Presidency claims Bauchi Governor Bala Mohammed slams Bauchi Governor Bala Mohammed for irresponsible politics. That's what they called it, right? Okay. Moving on to other issues very quickly. Yeah. 21 killed as bandits attack Katsina village. And still on insecurity, Nigerians lose loved ones, shed tears, now live in fear. Still on insecurity in the country, court orders 60 days detention of suspected terrorists planning to launch Boko Haram cell in Osun State. And very quickly, there's an exclusive here about Lagos House of Assembly spending 43.5 million naira on buying vehicles for 40 members of the House of Assembly. Do you understand? So they are spending 43.5 billion naira to buy vehicles for 40 members of the House of Assembly. And there's the story here. In fact, it was trending today about Okoye's son, right? Because these are the hot topics that we'll be pursuing. But before we get straight to that, let's bring in my guest in the studio. And joining me in the studio is Mr. Kenelby and Mr. Francis Chilaka, my two white wise men. Good evening and welcome, Mr. Kene.
Thank you.
Good to see you in traditional attire. You're not doing face cap today. Oh, that's good. Sorry. You decided to go this way or to be responsible? You decided to?
Yeah. Good. Yeah, I decided to appear this way today because it's been a while.
Okay, not to be responsible. All right, thank you.
Not to be what?
No.
Good evening, Lagos, and we're here to do what we know how to do.
Thank you. And then Prince Francis Chilaka said, so Mr. Ekenobi, would you quickly jump into this Okoye's son's issue? The fact that Okoye's son was seen spending words of cash, and then the oddly who was holding the money for him, and we'll get back to that conversation. It's been trending across social media. Nigerians have been talking about it. Well, I guess let's take a quick break. When we return and begin to look at these and other issues after the break. This is 90.3 Voice of the People FM. We'll be right back.
News on the streets. We go to bed empty hunger. To the blaring horns of a hustling city. The loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lodge.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and pressure for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things and makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people.
You are welcome back, 90.3 Voice of the People of FM. That's where you are. So before I went on break, I was just wanted to touch on that social media trending where we hear that the police today, Friday, have announced that an oddly attached to Belania's son, Rakim Okoya, and captured on video holding words of 1,000 naira means for the young lad has been detained for disciplinary action for Naira abuse, making no mention of Mr. Okoya, the major culprit, who on camera was dancing with the currency notes in flagrant violation of CBN Act. And people are saying, wait a minute. Is the law meant for some people and not some people? Mr. Kenobi, would you like to react to that?
Yeah, you know, it's how will I put it now? It's been ongoing. I mean, this is Nigeria, and each time we talk about Nigeria, some things just might be missing, because I mean, nothing in Nigeria goes so straight. How would there be a law against such display, irresponsible display of our legal tender, Naira, and there is a law about that, and then somebody decided to violate that particular law, and then you leave the person who violated the law, and then you're holding somebody who is, you might call, should I call an accomplice, or somebody who is who has nothing, because the law strictly look at who committed the offense. I mean, if you want to attach any other person, that would be after you must have looked at the person that actually committed the law. The person that committed the offense. The person that committed the offense had been left to, you know, go scot-free, and then the person that has nothing to do with the offense is being held. And you know, it's really, really unfortunate the kind of country we run. And I wouldn't say this is the first time. It's really, really unfortunate.
All right.
It's really, really unfortunate. I don't know what else to say.
Thank you.
It's really unfortunate.
All right, Prince Francis, I see you giving me one bombastic side eyes from the side. Do you want to talk about this, or just skip to something else?
I've always said that we have two laws in this country, one for the rich, one for the poor. I think what has played out is that the police has decided to punish their own. And that is why I'm one of those advocating. It is high time you withdraw policemen from VIPs. Any VIP that want a protection, go and utilize independent security companies.
But the independent security companies, securities, they're not permitted to carry arms like they carry in the United States. And we need arms to be properly protected.
They need to do the right thing to get the arms. But the truth of the matter is that it is because of this same manhandling or mishandling, or using our money, our legal tender anyhow. Bobrisky was sent to prison. And then, what's his name?
So they told us.
So we were told. And then,
your brother from Imo State.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cubana
Chief Priest was also taken to court, even though he was fined. But you see, the thing, we need to begin to have laws that does not respect anyone.
That is exactly.
We need to have laws that does not. I mean, it doesn't. You don't need to. See, first and foremost, it's a height of stupidity on these two boys. Yes. They're very stupid, so to say.
Sir?
That was a display of stupidity at a time in Nigeria when a lot of people cannot feed. When a lot of people are...
Did they care?
I mean, I think that was insensitive.
It is the height of insensitivity. They shouldn't be doing that.
They don't care.
Okay. All right, let's quickly move to another issue, but very quickly, let's just jump on the Diazani's loot. So we hear that the Nigerian government has received from the United States 52.88 million recovered Galactica assets linked to a former Minister of Petroleum Resources, Desana Madueke. Bottom line, we not to delve into it too deeply, but the federal government has said that they would use that fund to for rural electrification projects in the country. I like your reaction.
It's not clear. It's not clear what they said.
It's not clear.
It's not clear what they said they want to use it for.
They said they would use that for rural electrification.
Yeah.
That is to give light to villages when no get lights.
That's on paper, all right? It's really, really not clear. I remember during Buhari, all the money returned from Abacha's loot was clearly they told us that they were going to use it to fund 3 projects. I can remember Lagos Ibadan Expressway, Kaduna, Kano rail line, and then when I mean expressway in terms of the rail, and Niger.
Second Niger Bridge. They wait
Good.
for you, may call that one.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, all the monies that were repatriated at the time, there was no form of accountability. All we knew was that every form of millions and millions of dollars repatriated at the time, there was no clarity on how they were used, no accountability whatsoever. This government has adopted their own style. It's even more cumbersome. The confusion now has started, because if you say you're going to embark on rural electrification project, I don't know what that means.
It is
When I
to
mean,
give
I
the
don't know what
villages
that means.
lights now.
But at the end of the day, I don't know what to say. At the end of the day, it's all going to be stories.
Okay.
But let's even believe them for once. All right? What will happen is, on paper, they have told us that they were going to give bit by bit account of how they are going to go about such project and make everything public for us to know how they are going to spend the money. So let's see how that pans out.
All right. Okay. So, Princess, let's speak on Bala Mohammed and what.
You also you forgot that they used it for some. They shared some of it to some poorest.
It wasn't official.
We just seem to have government that have people working for them that are clueless. How can you be talking about a loot that you're recovering, and already you're talking about rural electrification? Since 1999 till date, every government has been talking of rural electrification.
And let me add to what he's saying before he continues, right? Maybe because it was the American government that mandated them to speak on what they were going to use that money for. So being like something you must do before you sign out, they sign out the money. So they have to now say, okay,
don't forget, they also said that the money will be channeled through the World Bank.
Exactly.
So it's going to be the World Bank handling the project, more like.
But the World Bank has also given us money once upon a time that's connected to some rural
They have always done things on their own without
own.
government giving. That's like their own support, okay, to developing those kind of rural projects. They've always done things on their own. So I don't know.
At the end
what
of
that
the
means.
day, this money is going to go.
Why do you
Zazu.
why do you
This is
speak
Nigeria.
like you lack
Listen, we've
confidence
been,
in?
You know why?
There's a deficit
leaders.
trust
I mean,
between the people and the government. So whatever
For
government
somebody who
says,
is about 50 years, right? So if you spend up to 50 years of your life in a country that seems to be doing same thing or worse and expecting a different result, then there's no way you will want to waste time in giving your own opinion.
All right, so let's get straight to the basbos back and forth between the Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed and the presidency. As the presidency have now accused him of engaging in irresponsible politics and failing to prioritize the welfare of his constituents, who are among the poorest and very impoverished in the country. Now, the Bauchi State Governor has been very vocal about his objection to the tax reform bill of the president, because some people have also spoken to the fact that there are hidden clauses here and there in that tax reform bill. In fact, I had an interview with Shawari yesterday alongside my colleague Chukwumakoro, and Shawari also vehemently opposed to that bill. He said, as a matter of fact, that the major catch for government, Shawari said, I didn't say, that the major catch for government and why they are pushing the tax reform bill is because that they want to bring the Lagos picture of tax to Nigeria, where they will have private consortium collecting tax for the people on behalf of government. So if you look at it too, in the tax reform bill, it's somewhere in it that some money making agencies or revenue generating agencies like customs and all that will be derevenued. So they would have, they would stop them from collecting revenues and all that. So do you told towards that line that there may be a private consortium that would now come to take money on behalf of the revenue generating agencies, like we have Alpha Beta in Lagos State, people would say? Oh, so by that, do you think that the Governor Bala Mohammed's fears are justified, or you think that he's just opposed to working hard and generating his own revenue?
Okay, so my own opinion in this is that Bala Mohammed has not really spoken into the matter for me, right? He has tried to play politics with words. In his own opinion, he has really not attacked the issue the way it's supposed to, because, I mean, when there is something to be talked about, you look at it and then talk about where you think you have a problem. Okay, so any other opinion that you must have heard might be in the realm of speculation. When I mean speculation or permutation, perhaps, if you look at if you read through the whole write-up and then proposal, and then you look at it and then come up with what you think might be the case. Bala Mohammed has not spoken about any specific issue. He has always just been generic, talking about, oh, you're trying to impoverish the North, it's unfair, it's this, it's that, as if, look, that bill, as much as I have one or two gray areas that need to be looked into, if you look at it, so we have a president of Nigeria. And, it baffles me when some people come out from a region to want to speak about a region rather than looking at things nationalistically. We are running a nation. And if we have to do anything and succeed, then we should be talking with one voice. The attack that the federal government has pushed back on the governor, it's not because they want to attack him, although their own message to him is not, it doesn't really carry any kind of weight. They didn't address the matter. Let them look at it and address what Bala Mohammed, if he has anything that really bothers him on that tax reform bill, to talk about it. Nobody, Bala didn't say anything tangible. The presidency didn't say anything tangible, so I think, but Bala Mohammed in recent time has been very, shouty and, if you like, vocal, but he really hasn't made any tangible point for me.
All right, Princess, you want to react to that, or we should just go straight to?
No. I think we have a president that is not listening.
Oh, why do you think so?
Yes, the president is not listening. No matter how good your policy is or your reform is, your reform is centered around the people. And we know that in Nigeria today, the people of each state have handed over their sovereignty to their governors. So if the governors are saying there is something wrong with this document, I think it is proper for Mr. President to slow down and listen to them. I don't like the approach of the presidency when it comes to criticisms, whether it is in good light or in bad light. The way they're acting like babies. Yes, that's the way they're acting.
Why do you say so?
Good. Peter Obi came up and addressed the issues on the ground and made recommendations to government. What did government do? They attacked him back. And that was when you got the infamous speech of, "You have crossed the line." That is one. Zulum, the governor of Borno State, came and said he would not support this bill. The government attacked him. Bala Mohammed came and said he will not support. Good. For me, I think that if the North are crying that there's something they don't want or there's something wrong with that bill, what I expect the presidency to do is not to, you can't be responding to every dog that barks on you on the road. That's what the presidency is doing. I believe that it is time the presidency sits down. And I also remember that, what do you call them? National Council of State, isn't it? Headed by the vice president. rejected this same tax reform.
Economic Council.
National Economic Council. They rejected this same tax reform. Then there must be something in that tax reform that is only known to every one of them, that is not known to the ordinary Nigerians. And I think that the government is using, is trying to also rely on Nigerians' emotions, the poor Nigerians, by telling you, oh, it's going to protect you, you won't be paying tax. If you're earning, we know that in Lagos State, everybody pays tax, even Agberu. So I am going to say that I do not believe that position of government saying, no, we're doing it because of the poor people. No. If you want to reform, if you want to do a reform, let it not be specific on a particular group of people. Let it be that you're doing a reform for the greater good of Nigeria. So don't use the poor people as an excuse or as a base to get what you want.
All right. Okay. Let's move to security now, because that's top on my agenda this evening. Who rushed to the scene and restored normalcy? Sadly, 21 persons were fatally shot as a result of the attack. Shot, killed. Mr. Lee said efforts were ongoing to ensure the arrest of perpetrators of the dastardly act. Arrest. Now, he added that further development will be communicated at the investigation. I have more security issues that I will read out to you, and then moving on with security issues. Before we get to that, first off, again, still about insecurity in the north. We hear that the Federal High Court in Abuja has given the Department of State Services (DSS) the go-ahead to detain 10 suspected terrorists who had planned to launch a Boko Haram ISWAP cell in Osun State, southwest Nigeria, for 60 days, pending the conclusion of the investigation. That they should detain them for only 60 days. A terrorist suspected should be detained for 60 days. Justice Emeka Nwite, in a ruling on the ex parte motion moved by the DSS lawyer, Y.I. Umar, held that the application was meritorious and accordingly granted. Listed the name of the suspects were Adamu Abubakar, aka Abu Aisha, Babangida Bashuli Mohammed Adam, Mustafa Abacha Katuru Mohammed, as first to fifth respondents, all of them. Now, they've been asked to be detained for 60 days. Why? And then let's move to other issues concerning insecurity, so you give me your response. There's a report here that has it that as the curtain closed on 2024 last year, for many Nigerians, it was a desperate struggle to survive, to stay safe, and to hold on to hope. The country's security landscape presented a devastating spectacle, ensnared in a complex web of internal and external threats that painted a gruesome picture of bloodshed, tears, and fear. The Nigerian police force, being the lead security agency in the country, suffered a devastating blow, with 140 policemen losing their lives in the line of duty in the Federal Capital Territory alone in 2024. Bottom line, we hear that there were lots of tragic losses as Nigerians have lost lots of loved ones, and they shed tears, and they now live in fear because of the loss of their loved ones. But I have a report here about what is happening with Kaduna State government and bandits, how Kaduna State government is handling banditry in the state. The reason I had to chronicle this one at a time is so that you have a better understanding of the heinous crime these people have committed. Because, in fact, let me even go back to that report again, because it won't be fair that I don't do justice to that report to give you statistics and details and numbers of what these people have done. We also hear that the military have also lost quite a number of people in like attack. There's been quite a lot of tragic losses coming. As a matter of fact, the report by NBS, National Bureau of Statistics, has it that about 614 people 13,900 and something. So it's about 614 people that were approximately were killed from acts of terrorism and banditry in the past 12 months calendar, right? And that report was released in December. The one that said that we paid ransom with about 2.something trillion naira. And that same statistics has it that about 2.3 something million people, 2.2 something, 3 something million people were kidnapped. The other 600 and something were killed. So that means we have about a whole 600, that is almost more than half of a million people were killed by these people we call bandits because they're terrorists. And that over 2.3 million people, about 2.3 million people were kidnapped and ransoms were paid. And that's why we had a total of about 2.2 trillion naira paid in ransom within that calendar month, right? But these same people now, in Kaduna State, here is a report. I have to play it because is as reported by by Trust TV. Trust TV is a television station from the owners of Daily Trust newspaper. So I take a listen to this report, a detailed report on how the Kaduna State government is handling banditry. It's an extensive report, about 6 minutes long, but I urge you to please listen carefully, and then we get back to handling it, because it looks like, the crime that these people committed perhaps is not crime enough, or perhaps it's crime enough. I don't want you to predict the reports. So just kindly take a listen to the report, and then we get back to taking your thoughts and reactions in the studio. Gentlemen, thank you. Take a listen.
Have agreed to end banditry as part of a peace deal initiative spearheaded by the Kaduna State government in collaboration with some federal government agencies to end violence in many parts of Kaduna and environs. Trust TV had exclusive access into the peace deal in at least 3 meetings across various bandit camps in Tsohuwargan of Chikul local government area, Rima Forest, and Maidaro in Giwa local government area, as well as Kamfanin Doka along the Funtua Birningwari road. Some of the bandit leaders include Samaila Suleiman, known as Boka, who has been terrorizing areas of KK, Danghonu, and many communities in Millennium City, Chikun, and other communities in Kajuru local government area. He was also the mastermind of abductions in Kwara State and the May 2024 abductions of students of Confluence of Science and Technology, Osara, in Kogi State. People who left their houses and families should come back and continue with their normal life. Sadiq Yelo is another bandit leader operating around Kateri and Gadamala Mamman on Kaduna Abuja Highway, while Musa is another kingpin operating around Jere, Moro, and Sabongayan on the Kaduna Abuja Highway. I am happy with this reconciliation because it will benefit the masses. We are seeking for your forgiveness so that we can understand one another and forge ahead. The notorious bandit leader Salehoro, who operates alongside Boka, as well as Yellow Jambros, who operate along Kaduna Birnungwari Highway, equally pledged to embrace the peace deal. Others are Haruna, Dukununu, and Kabiru operating around Saban Birni and Maidaro villages in Giwa local government areas. God knows that we are happy and ready for this peace deal. Trust TV interviewed many of the bandits who expressed weariness with the criminal activities and expressed their commitment to bring violence to an end. We are now convinced that this government is for the people and we will support the peace deal. We don't want our children to be bandits like us, but to go to school. A government negotiator who wished to remain anonymous assured the bandit of government's commitment to bandits like us, but to go to school. A government negotiator who wished to remain anonymous assured the bandit of government's commitment to peace in the region. He urged them to stop attacking villages and release all kidnapped individuals in their custody. He promised that those who accept the peace deal would be empowered with skills to help them transition to a more peaceful and productive livelihood. Recent statistics from the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) revealed that between May 2023 and April 2024, over 614,937 Nigerians were killed and 2,235,954 kidnapped across the country. It also revealed that 2.2 trillion naira was paid as ransom. The report also indicated that the Northwest had the highest cases of kidnapping with 1,420,307 abducted, followed by the North Central with 317,887 and the Southeast 110,045. However, with the recent peace deal, residents of the affected communities have expressed joy and optimism that the peace deal would restore peace so they can return to their communities. I was born here and my children as well, and I am happy with this reconciliation. I will come back and continue with my family.
Thank God, and may God restore peace in our community.
We are happy because I can't remember the last time I came here. We are happy with this peace initiative. In a statement, the Chief Press Secretary to the Kaduna State Governor Ibrahim Musa said, Kaduna State Government, in collaboration with some federal agencies, has established the Peace Dialogue Group that is developing the Kaduna model, which is a comprehensive framework for sustainable peace and security. This model, according to him, will include disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration, alongside investment in rural development and conflict resolution. He said it is a holistic approach that addresses both the symptoms and the root causes of insecurity. He said the model entails engaging stakeholders tirelessly, and this non-kinetic approach led to numerous meetings and extensive discussions, culminating in building bridges of trust, which made several senior bandit leaders to lay down their arms and embrace peace along with their followers. He added that in order to sustain the peace deal, the government has outlawed the activities of NSAK, the local vigilante, especially in Birnungwari. In addition, Governor Obasani will be fair and just to everyone, be they farmers, herders, and traders, in order to achieve lasting peace and development in Kaduna State. The Chief Press Secretary further said Kaduna State Government's rehabilitation of repentant bandits is based on the principle of carrot and stick, because while it welcomes those who choose peace, government will not hesitate to take decisive action against anyone who continues to perpetuate violence.
So I had to scoop that report from Trust TV. What amazed me the most was how the reporter was reeling out the different commands, sectoral commands of each of the bandits. That this person operates from so region to so region. This bandit operates from so region to so region. This bandit is in charge of this command. This one was the one who caused so havoc the other time, and so people died, and so number of people kidnapped. Hey, so they know them this much. If they know them this much, then what is going on? Why can't we not nip this in the bud? Why can't we not stop this? And remember that the reports has it that the Kaduna State government, in conjunction with some federal government agencies, without naming the federal government agencies, giving bandits amnesty. Please, what is going on in the southeast again?
Non-government.
Please.
I don't even want to talk about
Francis Chilaka Nikene, let me let you people talk. Because this is shocking for a country to be negotiating, government to be negotiating with people who have killed. These are the people that they said they're living in fear. That the people that they've killed, people that cannot go back to their homes again. These are the people that they have killed. All right.
Okay.
Mr. Kenobi, sir.
Let me state clearly, and I have to reference the former military president, General Sani Abacha. He said any insurgency problem of any kind, like banditry, kidnapping, that lasts for more than 48 hours, the government is aware. If that's anything to look at, then you find that the reason all manner of things have started and protracted in Nigeria is simply because government is simply aware. But there's a way they played this thing, and those who understand the Nigerian system have taken advantage over the years to really plant their own people in the mainstream of things. Because if you have your own people, those who support you or who are sympathetic to your cause, at the hem of affairs of any nation, in this case Nigeria, then you find that government secrets will no longer be secret enough. Whatever it is that they plan, whatever it is that they want to do, the secret will always be leaked out to the enemies, if you like, because these non-state actors are not just one. They are not there. We can't even count them. The ones you know their names, the ISWAP, the La Croix, the Boko Haram, and the rest of the ones you know their names. The ones you don't know their names are quite numerous. And with this barrage of militias and causing insecurity, I just wonder how the government is really going to. The government in specific, they are not really, I wouldn't say they're not interested, but I think they just want to make us believe that they are doing something. But the problem is actually from their own end. They know this whole mix of government trying to wish certain things away and not actually tackling the problem is what really exacerbates matters like this. So you can imagine the boldness of bandits coming out in speaking to this fraternization with. And
they say they're happy with the peace deal.
Exactly.
That they're happy with the peace deal. That people should come back to their village. All those who have run away should come back. I
don't know people.
We're not going to do them again.
They are talking to, right? So you see people who have committed all manner of heinous crimes, right? That the system, the justice system is supposed to look into and, my God, like put these guys away. As in put them away in terms of jailing them and even losing the keys. But they are there, making it look like, look, these guys are bigger than us. So if they have to come to us, it's even a favor. So let's be happy that they came. Because that's what it is. If anybody, brazenly, you've committed all manner of heinous crimes. You've killed, you've maimed, you've destroyed properties and everything. Government exists anywhere in the world primarily for one thing. First, security. And look at the myriads of things we have in the country, from the north to the east to the west. Nowhere is, security is not a thing. And if it's not a thing, no wonder you have less people getting interested in investing into the country. Everywhere is chaotic. You talked about the one that happened in Katsina, and then police coming afterwards to say they've restored normalcy. That's what they do. They are always very reactive. They are not proactive. If you are proactive, I have never, all the countries we travel to, be it the United States, be it UK, anywhere, Canada, anywhere, even Ghana here, you can't have this kind of a thing going on and then government comes and then issue statement that will make you believe that, okay, normalcy has returned, then the next 3 hours, something like that, even worse than that will happen. And then they will tell you, oh, and all of that, stories around everything. It's just so tiring.
Prince Francis.
It is
please.
indeed.
Okay. Prince Francis, can you marry this with what's happening? With what's happening?
I'm not marrying anybody.
You know what, marry?
I am totally ashamed
Crazy.
of those who have called leaders in this country. I just wrote an article. I published it on my Facebook. I said that Igbo leaders are culpable. And I say it with all sense of responsibility. Igbo leaders are culpable for all the rubbish going on in the southeast.
What would they have done?
The Igbo leaders are behind all the rubbish going on.
That's a direct accusation.
Yes, they know. Just as the northern leaders are responsible for all the mayhem being caused in the north.
Why do you say so? You're accusing them on the radio, sir.
No, I should accuse them in my bedroom, isn't it? You see what the Kaduna State government is doing. Tell me a society that can do such thing.
Hey, but
A
people have also-
society where people are killed by orders. These are the same government people who come out and tell us we don't know how to locate these bandits. Zamfara State governor has been saying it, and nobody listens to that man. He has come out to tell you that your current minister of state for defense used to hold meetings in government house with bandits. Shegumu has told you severally that each time he goes to discuss and negotiate with bandits, he goes with federal and state government officials. This report, this video you just played, has also told you that Kaduna State government working with some federal agencies.
So that means the federal government is in the know.
Yeah.
Yes. Now let me ask you this. With the video you have shown, what do you expect that the army and the police should have done? Is it not to round up those people? The Kaduna State government is not even being sincere with us. They've not come out to tell us how much they are giving these bandits for this peace deal. It is not just a peace deal. How much are they giving them? And for how long will they continue to pay them? Because the day they stop paying them, the guys will go back to carry arms. And I was expecting that the bandits would have said to Nigerians what their problem is, what they really want. What are they agitating for?
Yeah, no, agitating
You
for anything,
see,
just criminality.
a state
Pure
government
criminality.
fraternizing with criminals, fraternizing with terrorists. Yet, Nnamdi Kanu is still locked up till today. And you tell me that this unity, this marriage, this forced marriage cannot be negotiated? Somebody will sit somewhere and tell me that the carnage going on in the southeast can easily be brought to an end. Somehow I feel that, foreign nations or foreign companies that are manufacturing guns and all of that, I feel that they're using Nigeria as a test ground right now.
How do you mean?
Where are these bandits getting their weapons from? How come they have even better sophisticated weapons than your own security apparatus? And then look at the people that came for the meeting. They are all armed, carrying their guns.
That's why I use the word brazenly.
And then the Kaduna State government said they have disbanded
The security
network.
The
God. Is it not the
the
height
state
of
the state security
is it not
network.
the height of
That is the
mediocrity?
vigilante network.
The ones that were killed in Katsina, the 20-something of them, they are part of the vigilante. It was an ambush. And you think that this madness will end?
It's really,
And you think that you have a government that will end this madness?
We're just joking, man.
Your chief of army staff, Major General Christopher, the IG of police, Egbetogun, and all the other security agencies, this is time to talk the walk. This is time for them to stop talking and begin to give us results. We cannot live in a country where we are scared that non-state actors are becoming more powerful than state actors. We cannot live in a country where it is now difficult for you to travel by road to any part of this country. We cannot live in a country where you sleep with one eye open and you say you have a government.
The mix-up is so bad to untangle now. It's bad.
Is it
they
not?
have really the level of mix-up between these bad people and the people in government, the fraternization, you can't really begin to imagine how to bring sanity anymore. It's really going to be difficult.
So you know, the reason why this is hurtful, and I thought to bring it to the fore, is we're talking about the human lives.
Human lives
of
is
Nigerians.
worth nothing
These people have dreams and aspirations.
I say it's worth nothing here.
Precious.
When if a person dies
Precious.
in America, if a person dies in America, you hear it in CNN here. The whole
What are you
world will
talking
know.
about? Donald Trump sent US troop to come and rescue one human being.
Good.
Precious.
So even if
So
you haven't,
when are we going to value
Precious.
our
No,
lives?
no, no.
How can you value a life when you are, as a nation, you are spending taxpayers' money to rehabilitate terrorists and criminals? Terrorists. These are people who have no respect for human life. You are rehabilitating them.
maybe because
with
the people
taxpayers' money.
the people that also collect the contract, because there's a lot of money to be made from there.
Your government is asking
There's
for
a lot of money to be made from there.
Yes, your government is asking, is it UN, foreign nationals, to come and help them with data gathering and all of that. But then there's a question I'm asking. 400 names were given to your former president
From UAE.
of those who are responsible and sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria. Are those names, are they untouchable? So why is it that the military and the federal government are behaving as if nothing has happened? You see, when it comes to police, send police to go and arrest somebody, the governors have power. But when it comes to protecting individuals, protecting the lives of Nigerians, your so-called chief security officers will tell you that they no longer have power. But Kaduna State Governor has the power, absolute power, to go and to go and sit down with bandits and negotiate a peace deal. That peace deal is nothing other than peace of the grave.
Oh, are you saying that they won't repent and they'll go back to their crime again?
Repent? Do you know how much this
But
guy?
they are repented.
Do you know how much
the
this
report
guy?
has it that they are repented.
You remember a few months back, before Christmas, they told you that repentant bandits or Boko Haram stole motorbikes, stole arms from the soldiers. Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten? Do you know how much these guys are making? Now that they're going to repent, they've dropped arms. You say you're going to. What are you going to do with them? You're going to turn them to farmers? Are you going to turn them to teachers? Or are you going to set pure water factories for them?
In fact, I want to add that this new idea is another way of brazenly milking the government of some kind of huge amount of money. Look, when the government have been rehabilitating people, so-called repented from Boko Haram. Has that stopped the activities of Boko Haram? It hasn't. It has even increased it. In fact, whilst that was on, then we heard about the La Crua, whatever their name is. Okay, another sect. So it doesn't change anything. It really doesn't change anything. I don't know who approved this kind of style. Rather than government, it's just like the same joke that we have here. When you elect governors to rule a state, a governor to rule a state, you see people who have been jailed, had life sentences, right, for the governors to sign, and then the governor tells you, look, my belief or my faith does not allow me or cannot allow me to commit anybody to. It's just a huge joke
But
we make out of this thing you call governance.
There's something that is really giving me goose pimples, and I don't know if you and Precious observed it. In 2023, throughout the duration of the elections, they went on leave. During the election in Imo State,
That's a very good observation.
during the elections in Imo State, they went on leave. The unknown government disappeared. At the point, we even thought that they have, been eradicated from the state.
It's quite concerning.
So what is really
All right,
going on?
so just before we open the phone lines, because phone lines will soon be open. So there is an exclusive here by People's Gazette. So I'm quoting the source that the Lagos State House of Assembly blew over 40 billion, that is 43.5 billion naira, purchasing in the purchase of 40 backup vehicles for the 40 members of House of Assembly in Lagos State. Now, the records which the Gazette obtained, according to them, through sources angered by the regime of unbridled looting under Speaker Mudashiru Obasa, showed the Assembly disbursed 43.5 billion naira for so-called backup vehicles for honorable members. Backup, that is not be the main motto. Now, assistance, backup and assistance. So the staggering sum was part of roughly 90.5 billion naira Mr. Obasa and his accomplices drew from Lagos coffers for frivolous and arcane line items between January 2023 and the third quarter of 2024. Therefore, the expenditure did not include what the lawmakers spent in the last quarter of 2024. That is, we never know that from October to December. Now, while this is important, a lot of people say one of the reasons why it's difficult to verify documents in Lagos State is because the Lagos State House of Assembly is here to domesticate the Freedom of Information Act. So, you really can't seek for information. There are no open records, basically, as it were, if you go by that. Because Badebo Road's driver, for instance, has often said that if he were to be governor, he will open the books and he would ensure that things are done in the open. However, some people are looking at it like, is it that the Speaker, Mudashiru Obasa, really spent frivolously? How about the expenses of government, the executive arm of government? Or is it because there is some sort of squabble now and they're beginning to bring out cans of worms of some people to undo them? I don't know. But Prince Francis, you smile. Like, let me get to take on that.
No, the thing
first.
is, everything in Nigeria is being politicized.
Okay.
Even as we're sitting here now, there's a way you will cough. We'll be thinking that you're, about contesting an election and you want to win an election and all of that.
But at least say I'm coughing in APC.
No,
Since people call me APC woman.
No, the thing is this. There are questions that will be asked. The question is, the governor is on one hand approving funds. Does it also mean that the State House of Assembly is on the other hand approving funds? Does it mean that the revenue of the state is shared between the governor and the House of Assembly? We need to know. Except they're saying that the money is not appropriated. But if it is appropriated, it means that the governor must know about it. He must even be the one to sign off the money. So, is it that the State House of Assembly is running an independent account of its own? Because we need to know. And if that is it, then it means that it's free lunch money. Is it not what it's called? Yes, now, because I don't understand how the House of Assembly will sit down and be, approving so much money to themselves, appropriating so much money to themselves. That means they have their own. That means they really have true. What do you call it now? You have the executive, you have the judiciary, and
true
you have,
independence in terms of financial
they're
independence.
completely independent of. So how are they generating their own revenue? We need to know. So, but from what I'm seeing, I see it more as a political witch hunt, and if it has happened, it's really, really sad and shameful that Obasa, who has carried himself as an upright man, would also fall into the pit of the corruption has riddled this country.
Okay, so Obasa in recent time, he's been there for quite a bit, and he's had cases in court. Okay, corruption cases. I mean, it's there in the public domain, and I think in 2027 he is warming up to come out to contest.
So you think that this is just a political accusation?
It's not about accusation. I just want to state the fact that the executive anywhere in Nigeria have always fraternized openly with the state assemblies. All right, they need them. They need them for whatever reason. Any governor that comes in would want to have a very like a kind of understanding, a meeting that will enshrine understanding to say anything he wants in terms of any bill that will enable him to move as fast as he can, that they should, go ahead and approve. And in approving that, there's usually a deal that is made at the back end of things, right? If we have to do this, it's almost like a quid pro quo kind of situation. So if we have to do this, you have to do this for us. Anything we want to get. That amount that was used to purchase vehicles is not new in the Nigerian system, and I don't know why.
That means it's like $1 billion per vehicle or stuff like that.
Yeah, because I mean, again, that money was was that high because vehicles in Nigeria has gone in terms of the prices have gone so high per unit. All right. I mean, if you look at, for instance, say Toyota Camry V6, as at 2010, 2012, in fact 2012, 2013, the V6 was sold for like say 7 million. That same V6 now, 10 years later, it's about 110 million. So you see the difference. By the time you buy like 10, you're already above $1 billion. Do you understand what I mean? So high cost of vehicle in Nigeria didn't quite help matters when it comes to the huge amount that you've just, mentioned. Having said that, the friendship between the state assembly and the executive is not unknown to the Nigerian political system. You understand? It's a case of you're doing this, we too have to do this. Nobody should look into each other's book. So let's just run it. But if that's a problem, then you will know that some people want to, open a few things that the Obasa-led State of Assembly is doing. And I just wonder what will happen, even knowing what has happened. What would happen to this expose? What would really happen? I think that should be the question, because we've heard a lot of things that could really damage the ears. But in the end, what do we gain? Hearing them. You hear them, you go home with earaches and stuff like that. At the end of the day, nothing's gonna happen. So I think, for me, it's not a news. It's not new until something new happens. So that's the way I see it.
All right. Great one. Phone lines are open, Lagos. Let's start to take your thoughts and reactions and the conversations that's been raised tonight. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. 0700 903 903 903 and 0817 175 6338. Let's take a quick breather. When we return, we'll begin to take your calls and reactions after the break. Stay with us.
There are moments to live, create and make believe. If it ain't graceful like royalty, trust your gut, it's not regal. Feel it flowing through, tastes so good, so you let go and let your spirit thrill your senses. Open up a bottle of Regal Deluxe. We on some chilling things. Spirits up, Regal Gin in. Open up a new experience. Spirits up, Regal Gin in. So smooth and rich. Spirits up, Regal Gin in. Open up a bottle of Regal Deluxe.
Introducing Regal Deluxe Gin. a new taste for an enjoyable drinking experience. Drink responsibly. Regal, a natural gin crafted for your experiences.
Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Hear that? That's ice cubes falling into a glass. You're burning for a drink. A shot of that Regal Deluxe will do. You need that smooth chill down your throat. That tingle in your senses that makes you shut your eyes. Before you take a sip, you like to watch the spirit mix with the ice. You bring it closer. You taste it. That right there, that was a smooth moment. A redefining moment. Open your eyes and enjoy the new Regal Deluxe, a gin-flavored spirit drink. Regal, crafted for your experiences. Not to be sold to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Yes, you are welcome back. It's still 90.3 Voice of the People FM. Let's get started with your...
I mean,
it's not possible.
If you check the internet, you see a lot of videos circulating where Wike was talking against schooling abroad. But then the same Wike today is parading his son all over the place that has gone to do masters abroad. So our politicians, when they say good morning, you need to jump out of your bed and go outside and middle of the road and be sure that it is morning. Because in the night, they may be telling you good morning in the night.
Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hi, Precious.
Hello, Jova.
Yeah, you're correct.
Where is our money that you collected on our behalf?
Precious,
Sir?
Your WhatsApp is not connecting. I don't know what happened.
It's not connecting. It's having issues. It's having serious issues. I think it's just coming back now.
Let me say greetings and happy New Year to Mr. Kenobi and the wife.
No, don't say that.
Yeah.
No. You have been exposed.
Happy New Year, bro.
You have been exposed already. So
why do you not want to speak to your expo?
I said I was closing my mouth, which was my shop for the last year, and I did close it. So I'm hearing your voices on air this evening. I decided to call in. Okay. Anyhow,
right.
You're welcome.
Thank you, bro.
My special greeting to the producer as usual at the backyard. Promise, happy New Year.
Mm-hmm.
Precious.
Sir?
You see that preamble of this show when you started the show. You were discussing about tax and whatever, and then Mr. Kenobi and Prince Chiraka chimed in. And you mentioned the position of Shore. Let me tell you, Precious. If it quacks, it must be a dog. If it barks, it must be a dog. If it crows, make the impression. We all know what happened in Lagos State. That is the reason why people are afraid about this tax whatever thing. And on corruption, Shore posted his audio while he was coming to your studio that morning with the Nigerian police. How they blocked international airport road. Some people will not be able to catch up their flight because they are doing stop and search on that route. Go and check that on Instagram. You will see corruption is endemic in the station. We are wearing clothes of corruption in Nigeria, and I hope this year will not be as usual. Let the government keep up. Greetings and happy New Year.
God forbid will help us. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello, Mother Precious.
This is Alex, right?
Mr.
Alex.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Prince.
You're welcome.
Your wonderful guest.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Alex. For me, on that sound bite you played concerning this northern insecurity, it shows there's a lot going on that we don't know about. But we know that because government is also involved in this. It shows that the people know all these people that have been into this terrorism and banditry. And the government have refused to, expose these men of the underworld. And the northerners, the elders, those what they call them, their leader, let me just generalize it, are not helping matters. And I expect the people to rise up against these people and tell them to their faces that you are just siphoning money, not doing anything to help the region. Imagine, imagine the three tribes or whatever we call it, just disintegrate. Who do you think will be backward from, let's say, 100 years? The two regions, southeast and southwest, they will develop, they will grow. Even not that they will not have challenges, but the northern part will still be backward because of what? Tribalism, religion, and sentiment. That's what I want to say. Thank you.
All right, thank you. But what's the guarantee that the North will not develop? You really can't. You can't be too sure of that. Let me rush through messages very quickly. Okay. Precious, good evening. Okay, all right. I think I've taken this message. Oh my God, my message box is full. But initially, the network was really very crappy. Precious, the APC is it what? The APC. One day, Nigerian government will round away from Asorok and no, don't say that. Hope you are not surprised. Which I hope you're not surprised about terrorism in Nigeria. Terrorists and Nigeria. Since you talk, I not go feel read them on my brother. Uche Udo says, in politics, there is no permanent friend or enemy. Mr. Basa has shown interest in next governor, and Sheyi Tinubu supporters has urged him to contest. So maybe they are opening his can of worms to soft pedal his ambition. As for banditry and terrorism bedeviling us, I hope Precious won't ask Barrister Darlington for proof after that was uncovered this evening. Neka from Surulere says, God bless you people for the good work that you're bringing us the limelight. And for the repentant bandit terrorists, or what are they being called? They didn't repent anything because they will soon re-strategize and come up with another style. What will happen to these people that they've killed in millions? Let the people that are supporting them repent and turn a new leaf. That's what you said, all right? Okay, hello, good evening and welcome. Oh, no, please help me turn it off. Hello?
So sorry. Good evening,
It's okay, good evening, welcome, thank you.
Greet your guests in your house.
We greet you too, go ahead.
Good evening.
Okay, this is Marshall. I'm calling from Ikeja.
You're welcome, Marshall, go ahead.
Okay, so me, I don't actually have a problem with the radicalization, or what do they call it? But what me have an issue is, or the question I want to ask is, if you are able to negotiate with these guys, are you asking them to tell you the people that have been sending them, the people that have been working with? You know, what information have you been able to get? Or are they trying to tell us that these are all the people that are responsible for the mayhem? And what is the guarantee that they won't go back to this act?
That is, you're just asking a rhetorical question. I hope it's not because you want an answer from me. All right, I appreciate you, Marshall. Thank you. All right, going back to my messages now. Chick is here from Agopala says, please, Precious, ask Mr. Chilaka which list is he asking about? Is it the list of the untouchable businessmen and the contractors? Python has swallowed the list. Unless you go to UAE and ask them and apply for a new one that will be thrown into dust. Chickies now, wow. Hey, okay. All right. Emmanuel says we have 3 types of bandits in Nigeria: those that use gun to kill, another one that is recruited by politicians to destroy public property and criticize everything and anything, and the most dangerous ones are the ones who use any platform to condemn and destroy government programs without proper verification. All right, hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello, Precious.
Sir?
Yeah, that's good. That sounds better. Prince Chilaka, good evening, and the guest there.
Good evening, sir.
That sounds better.
I don't give you long life and prosperity, Abby.
Precious,
Sir,
please.
go ahead.
Yesterday, I was saying something about this glitch they always do when you are in your evening show.
Me, I don't tire yourself. I don't tire.
The same thing happened is now that it's just connected, since it has been just there, nothing. I don't know if others complain about this. It's only on your program, on your show.
So you think my village people are at it? Should I go and bring black candle and white cock?
You have to check your village people. Oh, you have to check your village people.
Should I go and bring black candle and white cock?
Yeah, you know what they need, so you do it.
And snap. No, my village people want this. I be drink ogogoro where. Not even shinap. You know what they call them for my place? They call them a tetem.
Yeah, buy that a tetem.
A tetem, local gin. That's what we call it.
Local gin. That's the one that will get to what they need. Just buy them. Because I didn't know what you were discussing. I've been trying. The other one you did yesterday, I have to listen to it today. So now this one, maybe I have to listen to it.
And that one was
tomorrow.
not even full. That one you listened today, you just got 12 minutes of it. Yeah, I'm
it's
telling
not full.
you.
12 minutes.
It's so disappointing. I'm telling you. I felt so bad.
Yeah.
So today we've been talking about a lot of things. There was a report by Trust TV, owners of Daily Trust TV, how, according to them, federal government agencies and the Kaduna state government is negotiating with bandits or has negotiated with bandits, and the bandits have not told people to come back to their villages that they won't do them bad again, and stuff like that. Bottom line, so
wow, that's nice. I'm sure that Prince Chilaka will agree with me. Then how come, with all this, how come that they said that the southeast are the highest people that paid, or the highest region? I don't know what that paid
the ransom the most ransom.
Yeah, the ransom the most. How did you come about that? Because there's one that before Christmas.
Thank you. You've had your 2 minutes. Let me let you go. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Prince Francis Chilaka, Statistician General of VUP TV. Do you have any answer to that question? All right. So going back to more messages, Nigeria is at the now. Wow, you guys just use words that I can read now. Precious Mr. Kene and Francis Chilaka. Good evening. You should be surprised. Or you shouldn't be surprised that the bandits are given welfare. An escaped victim confirmed that there is electricity with standby current in Sambisa Forest. Red Cross and other organizations equally go there for welfare. Equip and empower the people in the forest. Red Cross, equip.
See.
Hey.
There are lots of things that are going on in this country that if you hear them.
Can I just stop talking politics before I go crazy one day?
Exactly.
And this says, please, for my mental health, where can I get or listen to the audio played yesterday night and stop them? I want laugh because okay. There's a step down conversation I did yesterday. By popular demand, I would have done it again today. Should I do it again today? By popular demand, people should tell me. If you want me to do it, tell me. I'll enter. I'll do more than 9 o'clock and I'll play it. If you know you want me to play that yesterday's step down again, why are you smiling, Prince Francis? Did you listen to the step down? He said, "Cannot be. You must like that step down." Okay. So, popular demand. Send me a message if you want me to play back that step down conversation. This is good evening, Precious and two chiefs. The bandits' story is shocking to my eardrum. It shows majority of the killings may be lies. If you remember very well, Sheikh, I think I've taken this your message before now. To destroy a thing is very easy, but to get to the same thing to the original state is very difficult. The whole of this nonsense started when a particular region in Nigeria think that the country belongs to them. I could remember exactly where the issues of terrorism started when Jonathan was the president of this country. Nigeria, the northern region introduced Boko Haram and to make this government uncomfortable, but look at it now. They can't fight it anymore. Oh wow, Samuel Paul. Is that correct? Mosu Paul from Agodasurili says, I think we should also talk about the killings and kidnappings in Southeast. The media isn't giving it enough publicity like they do to what's happening in the northern region. We have been giving it. All of you in the studio are doing great. The bandits are working for their payment. Bikini? Don't be doing that now. All right. And this is Precious. Please, for the sake of clarity, Niger Delta Amnesty is quite different from the criminality and impunity going on in the north. The Niger Deltans own the almighty crude of Nigeria, and what they get, if all they are even given in the first place, is nothing compared to what the center takes from their land. I just hope that God will well, thank you, I appreciate you. And oh dear, Mr. Kenobi Chilaka, Francis, and Precious, what's the role of the DSS in all of this? Again, I ask, can't Nuhu Ribadu and CDS be made to explain to Nigerians what actually is going on in this country with the new revelations from Kaduna? More so, giving their recent claims. This new revelation, is it really new? The Nigerian army has a division of DRR. De-radicalization, reintegration, and rehabilitation. De-radicalization, rehabilitation, and reintegration of Boko Haram. and maybe I swap. So it's not new. It's the same thing. What's the difference anyway? Okay. Let me spare you the rest of the messages. Chooks from Ejibo says Buhari spent 8 years and told us that he's done his best. Tinubu will spend 8 years and meanwhile and he will do his best. CC from Lagos, look at how the network is fluctuating and these people and they want to increase tariff, Abi. Okay. And then this is please he said what? Save life, Oh, the current Ohanes Ndibo leader from River State, right? Greetings to you, Precious, and to my brother with what? Okay. Please take it or leave it. Security in...
Sure, what is going on in Nigeria is not surprising because this is an issue of business. No, sit down to talk or to discuss anything about transport. This is very, 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 I don't know how to say, very disheartening. And I pray one day we should not wake up one day and see that Nigeria has been sold off or has been turned as the total Islamic state. That is my
Thank you. Thank you. We'll take a listen. Okay.
Hello. Good afternoon, Jennifer, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Who is this?
This is Blessing.
Okay.
Sorry, I got your number from someone. I got to confirm something. You know who is Obodo, right?
Yeah, he's my boyfriend.
Actually, I didn't ask you who he is to you. I just asked if you know him.
Okay, I do.
But since you gave me 2 answers just for one question, it's fine. I hope you know Obodo is married.
Yes, I know. Is there a problem?
Wonderful. Okay, you know Obodo is married, and then you still accepted him to be your boyfriend.
Is there a problem? Am I the first or am I going to be the last?
Shut up your mouth. We are not age mates. I'm the one that called you. This is Obodo's wife. This is his wife calling you. I am not calling you for you to start running your mouth or for us to start having issues. I don't have any problem with you. I called you for a reason because I want us to reason together. You said Obodo is your boyfriend, and you also knew that he's married, and then you still accepted him to be your boyfriend. That means you actually know what you are doing. So I don't have problem with that. So, but I want you to do yourself a favor. Obodo, I have been seeing all the money that he has been sending to you. I always go through his history, transaction history. I always see your name, Jennifer. I always see him transferring money to you. I don't have problem with that you're receiving money. After all, he's the one that came to you. You did not see him on the road and dragged him and forced him to be your boyfriend. He came to you. Okay, so I also saw that from your chat. I have been seeing you people's chat. I also saw where he bought hair for you because your birthday is on the 12th. Where?
Yeah.
And you want to celebrate the birthday, where?
Sure.
Definitely, I know you want to celebrate the birthday. Okay, so I am going to help you make your birthday happen. But I'm giving you condition, and the thing is that you don't have option. You must accept it. Henceforth, whatever my husband is sending to you or giving to you, you will divide it equally. You give me my part and take your part.
Really?
Anything my husband is giving to you, it's like you're not scared though. If you the only thing they make you just you'll be blind forever. I will never come to you to fight with you or do whatever with you. Just 1 midnight or time you too small. I know where you're living. I know where I'm stuck. Look at idiot saying that I'm stuck. How can I stalk one bar shaker? Is that I'm here? I know where you live. I know where you live. I watch you, and the problem is that you're not even doing a nice job. You're not even doing a good job. I always see you come out. I know where you're coming out from. So please, but I don't want to push further. I have given you my own peace of mind. Anything my husband is giving to you, you divide it into 2. You give me my part. I'm not saying that you should give me. Can't you give me the smaller part? You give me the biggest part of it. If you want to continue doing something with my husband, though, like I said, I'm not quarreling with you. I don't have problem with you. Even if I pass tomorrow for town now, see you and my husband, I'll go past. I don't go do as if I know you people. That is if you will keep to this rule. You get divided into 2. If he's buying hair for you, make sure he's buying 2. Tell Ryder to bring my own. If he buys shawarma, you must buy 2. Tell Rider to bring my own. Anything he's buying for you, you must buy two and send Rider to bring my own. Failure to do so, you don't find problem. I don't go come quarrel with you physically. I'm more. You dey hear me?
Yes.
You be small girl. You are just 22 years. Gonna be Kenila. I'm a kragempa. I not go finish the ammo. I'm glad you even came in. But what the only problem? Just give me my percentage. I'm going to give you my account number. Store it as your beneficiary.
Right. Prince, I cannot be a ticket that you're good.
I am not. I need to just make one line of sentence.
Okay. All right, then go ahead.
Well, I just wish that, we talk so that Nigeria can get better. I wish Nigeria works in our lifetime, because, that's really very important. What is troubling is when you continue to deal with problems that are familiar to you, like you keep talking about one problem every time, and then there seem not to be solution. It's really not a good thing, to continue to experience. So I wish the people at the helm of affairs that we've handed our mandate to rule the country on our behalf really understand that we need the country to work like yesterday.
All right, thank you. All right, let's see if I can finish that. And then,
divide it into two and send my own. Remember, if you like, go and give him another person account number to send money to you. I'll be monitoring you. Tell me what you want. Hello, Jenny.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. How was your day?
It's fine. Who is this, please?
Now, wow, Jenny, it's not Lobodo.
You again? I blocked you. So you're calling me with another number.
I've been trying your line since morning, and I found out that you blocked me. Why would you block me? You even blocked my husband too.
Madam, please. I don't want any problems.
Please. Who is giving you problems? Nobody is giving you problems. Did you have problem with my husband? Did you people quarrel?
Madam, please, I don't want to have anything to do with either you or your husband. After the conditions you gave me yesterday, I cannot keep to it, so I have to block you both.
Please, calm down. Which condition? It's not a bad. Are you a bad condition? It's just a business discussion I had with you yesterday, and you blocked me. Why now? Why would you do that?
Madam, I can't do it.
Why can't you do it? Why can't you do it? Have you not been doing it all this while? You have been collecting gift from my husband. Now I want you to collect the gift in a big way. You will not be asking for big money. I'll be giving me my own part. And now you are telling me that you cannot do it. Why are you not greedy now? You are being greedy. Is it because I asked you to give me my own part? You're not being greedy. Why would you do that?
Madam, it's not about being greedy. You're even stalking me. So it makes me feel like I'm not safe. So
I'm not stalking you. The money they use to pay your house, is it not my husband's money too? That your house is our house.
Madam, you probably know where I live. You probably know where I live. You probably know everything about me. You're stalking me, and I feel so unsafe. I can't.
Oh God, how can you feel so unsafe? My sister, how can you be saying this? I came to you, I called you peacefully. So we reason woman to woman. Enough of all this fighting between husband and their girlfriend, wife and girlfriend, husband girlfriend. I'm not into it. I don't have the time. I'm calling you because I know it will benefit you and benefit me. I cannot go and start quarreling my husband. I can't do that. He's a man. Oh, when you go, he can start to marry 10 wives. It's none of my business. My honor for us, where the women to the rapport, they do things hand to hand. Now we they frustrate, they kill ourselves. It don't make sense. Now as you don't enter your hand, like God be saying you when you want to the wrong things with. I don't have issues. Why I can't they collect my percentage from me? Because they never enter inside the house. Make they collect them now when they do attachment. Now attachment they do now. You know they never enter fully. If you decide say one marry you tomorrow, we go come marry you, bring you come house. You go then collect your own percentage, they chop me, I go chop my own. But for now, you not tenant say you be for my property. You know what make I collect my share? Just reason I'm now as a woman, reason this thing what they pay. That makes sense now. Not because you they even provide the money. Now my husband they give you, divide it to two and give my own. You can't they do bring ingredients inside it. Why you go they do like that? You even can't go block my husband. You don't know he's feeling bad now. You just served him breakfast. You broke his heart. Because I noticed how he's doing today. Though he's not trying to make it obvious, but I know that something is going. I don't like it. If you just block me, leave my husband, why you go to make my husband feel sad now?
Madam, I can't do this. Normally, this is not the kind of person I am, just because of condition. Last 2 months, my rent expired, so I don't know how to go about it. So that was when I met your husband. He helped me out.
Okay, get this okay, back to Raya. If when you collect the rent, you for just Kukuma they go now. You for just Kukuma they go. You still want they collect they go. Now I can't tell you.
I haven't have anything serious with your husband. We haven't.
That is not the question, man. I don't. Whether something serious or not. As far as money is coming out from the thing you're doing now, that is where I'm interested. Okay,
madam. Please, I can't do this. I can't.
And your birthday is on the 12th. You don't want him to come again?
I don't want.
What about the hair he bought for you now? He bought hair for you. You don't want him to come and see you wearing the hair? What are you? This thing you're doing is it fair? It's like I'm going to tell my husband to come and collect the hair from you since you said you don't want to do again.
A gift is a gift.
Okay, I want to know. That one, now too. I make I just use that. Make I just dash that one because now you go use the money buy for you. I don't think collect that one from you. Instead, at the time when they buy, I begin to talk to you now. You go buy other two, but it's fine. So like this now, you don't start a business. You don't want to collaborate with me again.
Madam, please, I don't want to have anything to do with you or either your husband. Please, stop calling me. Avoid me.
I'm like an ambassador, but
Madam, I'm not shouting.
Like you're now, I don't know. I wanted to shout for you before, but I don't want you to feel intimidated. At this now, you can't shout. You can't be like, say, and we say this, and again. No, please. I am a joke. If you see me tomorrow, you greet. If you don't greet me, go greet you. You know, say, I know you in person. Do you know me?
I don't know you.
You don't know me. Wow. No. But it's well. It's well, my sister. If I see you, any day I see you. Therefore, yesterday you went to work with yellow skirt and white top, okay?
You see what I say? You're probably stalking me.
No problem, my sister. You are in a safe hand. And if I see you anywhere, I will greet you. I will say, hi, Jenny. This is not Lobodo. How are you coping? I don't know why you just advise yourself to stay away from my family, but I'm not happy about it because you just destroyed my business. You just spoiled business for me. You're talking about money here. But that is it's fine. I will just go and take care of my husband because I know he's heartbroken. They just have my husband breakfast and it's not good. And what kind of Naira now?
Please, and please don't call me again.
You have no business.
All right, so that's the size of a package. So for those who are saying that's Precious's voice, that's not my voice. So because no, that is not my voice in any way. People are accusing me it's my voice. To those that I couldn't pick their calls, we had terrible network issues today. So the calls kept coming in and I could not even see the calls to pick. So it's not deliberate not to pick people's calls. I love you guys. Protect your mental health and laugh over this, laugh with this over the weekend. I love you. My name is Precious Enyi. See you